Alright guys, so I got a new toy here for the 1025R. It is the Brush Crusher 4215. Pretty awesome little unit, I like it. A couple things I'm going to start this video off that I don't like right off the bat. I'm going to go through them pretty quick. I do not like the angle of the bottom jaw when it's resting on the ground. If you're trying to, it's free float, so it doesn't really, there's no hydraulics to it. But you can rest it on the ground so it fits, more level. But if you do that, then the top jaw is going to be way too close, and it's going to be hard to scoop stuff up. Mosquitoes everywhere in here. So I don't like that, but a lot of that comes down to the adjustability, and that's the second thing I don't like about it. This adjustable thing, obviously I've been trying this out on different settings here, and I've chosen this one, and I believe that this is as aggressive as I can make it. This is as wide as it'll open. And I'm going to show you why here. So I can drop this down a little bit more, okay? Just a little more. There's two more here, so I can go down one more. So if I do, this is going to stick below the frame of this guy. So driving this, pushing this in along the ground is going to be more complicated with this, and it's going to cause a ton of wear on that edge. So, but more importantly is this space here. This is the main center loader mast here, and this is the brush crusher portion here. So by adjusting it further, this is going to drop down, leaving this exposed at the top, and then it's going to contact this. There might be enough adjustability where it won't do that, but I don't think so. I think it's going to drive right into it. And if you have any debris or any dirt or anything that gets on there, it's gonna grind everything off that loader mast. That paint will be toast. So I don't really like that. And you can't. I would like it if they cut these and made them much shorter, but they made the choice to go with a much thinner steel on the inside of this support bracket here, the stopper bracket. And so I think it'll need both of it, because both of these together to be nice and strong. So they should make, the next generation, they should make this shorter, and they should make this thicker. And then you could shorten it so that it doesn't, you can have a wider opening without hitting your loader center mast. It also came with these snap pins, and I'm not sure why it came with its own when there's a set to come with the tractor, but thank you, that's pretty cool. The next thing I really didn't like were the grease fittings. It was very difficult to get them in. I had to get a tap and die set out to clean those threads out. I didn't like that. That should have been totally ready to rock and roll right out of the box. It should have been all done. The other thing, some of the welds on here are not very good. Well, they're solid, but the finishing of them is pretty bad. You can see on the top of this one here, you can see some burrs. Same with this guy, there's a large chunk of material there on the top for no reason. And then this one, I mean, look at that thing. Look at that burr. Yeah, that's a burr. Like, who paints this and doesn't take that off with a grinder or something? Like, that's ridiculous. So that's a little annoying. I can tell you right now, a third function, it would be way, way better. You'd have a lot more control over this. It would grab easier. You could go down and grab things and pull it up, which is primarily what I'm going to do with this. I don't think it's super good at driving in and then closing the top down on it, just because these jaws on the top can't be open enough if these are level. So that means you're going to have a very aggressive entry, like it's going to be like this, and you're going to have to be careful as you engage stuff. But all in all, for the money, I mean, $18.33. That's what I paid for this, shipped to my door, $1,833. And I really, it's so much less than all the other options that these minor inconveniences, I could certainly live with it. This thing's heavy duty as hell. It's very strong. My 9-year-old son and I put this together. He ran the bolts through while I held some of the heavy stuff. So that was his first time doing that. He thought that was pretty cool. But the paint on it is kind of soft. It's gonna get eaten up pretty quick. But hey, that's all right. I mean, a can of John Deere spray paint's not that big a deal. I would like it if it were a little thicker, better quality, like some of the other attachments I've gotten. But all in all, I'm pretty pleased with it. I have tested it out. It does its job. It's very powerful. It'll definitely crack some dried up stuff for sure. We'll see. I'm going to run through some tests later where I pick up more cut log length stuff that I'm going to process. I'm going to try to pick up a bunch of cut and split wood to dump in these crates. I'm going to see how it does there, although I can see there's a lot of negative space on this, so it's probably not going to grab that stuff very well. But I want to give it a shot, check it out, see how it works. But so far, yeah, I'm impressed my loader hasn't bled down yet. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so that is the Brush Crusher 4215. So what you do when you get this, you get a 4200, but they do not send you the plain center mast. They send you the one with the tooth only. So I kind of was hoping for both in case I didn't need this teeth set. But I don't see how it would work without them. It does release stuff a little, it doesn't release things very well. So I can't even imagine what it was like when the first gen came out and they had teeth here, like serrations. It must have held on to stuff like a ridiculous amount. So I like that they smooth that out on the bottom. I don't know. Maybe I might take this off, this middle part. Of course, they didn't include the normal center mast, so I can't tell if it's going to release better or not. You really can't run this without those center supports, obviously. But I'll give it a shot. I'll play with it this week and see how it works for me. But pretty neat little machine for the money. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.